Hey Chris, tell me about that stand-up jig that we used down in the Columbia River for the triploids.
Oh, we're over there kicking some butt in them triploids and
Yeah.
showing the boys how to get into them and catch some nice fish fast. Well, other than the marshmallow and the shrimp, and everybody knows how to do all that little easy stuff to do, the triploid, which is a sterilized rainbow, holds in the faster running water of the river. What we like to do is, because we're only allowed 2 fish at a time, we like to play with these fish a little bit and see what they'll actually trigger and strike them. And what we found out to be really good is Berkley Gulp. And the cool part with Berkley Gulp is you can get it anywhere and everywhere. And the blue and white is preferred the most because it reminds them of their own personal little fishies that they eat. The trick with the Berkley Gulp is the 400x zoom. If it doesn't say 400x zoom on it, don't bother getting it because it's not going to work. What's going to work is that extra scent. And the best way to attach that extra scent is to grab a hold of your Gulp and your little minnow, because you really don't need the head on there. What you needed to do is dispense more scent. Now these lures are designed to melt in the water and disperse scent. Well, if it's all sealed from the factory, that scent can't get out. So what we simply do is modify it with a Rapala fillet knife. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the whack on right at the gill plate on this little minnow and give them the chop, because you really don't need that, and you really shouldn't bite that. And next thing you want to do is you want to have a stand-up jig, so your bait's basically standing on the bottom, and this is a flicker type jig, so it's got like a little blade, and you can get different styles and different types.
Who makes that?
This one here is made by Real Baits. Just happen to have a package left of the bright colors because we went to natural colors out there on the river. The bright colors work good on the bright days. The flicker jig is a great jig. Comes with a red hook, Aberdeen hook, which adds a little color attractant. It's flexible because these rainbows put up a fight. But what you want to do to install it is figure out that it's going to be sitting flat on the bottom of the river, and you're going to be putting the body on midship through the headless body, because that's what's going to start diminishing first, is letting out more scent. And then basically what you're going to do is you're going to come all the way down around the full turn, crank your little flipper back, and rail this guy on. So he's sitting down lower than your hook. So when you go to bounce this bait on the river now, this body being lower is going to help lift and tilt the head up. So when you go to drop it, it'll stand straight up, and so the rainbow can get at it and grab it. I've taken this jig, kicked it across the current, reeled it back so it's about 3 feet down until where I could see it at about 5 feet of water next to shore, and let this whole rig drop right into a mat of weeds. Just bomb it right in so you can't see it. And I've watched the triploids come, line up, smelling the gulp, line up, and reach in and pull it up by the tail, haul it out where they can get at it, and then just simply double gulp the whole thing in. And they actually eat the whole entire jig. You can use up to a 3/4 ounce jig on these rainbows, which seems heavy for a rainbow, but a 3/4 ounce stand-up flicker jig with a blade and the magic gulp scent, boom, you're in like Schmidt. It's just a matter of opening the cooler. And that's the best advice I can have. Let's go catch some fish.